Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Here I am playing Elder Scrolls Online uh, and a little tour, a guided tour, voiced by me, of my house, Mathiisen Manor, in its final form. I've completed decorating it to its capacity, 700 furnishing items, etc. So here we go. This is where it is. It's in Oradon, which is over here in the grand scheme of things, right there. That's where I come in. It's the front door. Anybody at home? Bong. So a quick look around the gardens, like a teddy bear. Horses, cart. Not done much around this side. But then with 700 items, it's very easy to use them up on such a big place. I found this fountain plan quite early on. I've used it to the max. Quite like it. A kind of tiered fountain, two fountains in other words. Slightly overlapping. To free up more furnishing slots I could dismantle some stuff, but I quite like this. These sarcophagi used as planters. It's quite a nice effect. Statues. Oh yes, and this reflecting pool. I've turned it into a small shrine. The lily pads and clams. Slightly swampy little pond. I like it though. That's what matters. I like it. Many of these cherry trees come with the site. The wisteria doesn't, however. So I can dismantle things like that. A little stairway and path that goes around the side here. And a bridge. So I can get an overview of the garden from up here. I think I had a seat up here at one point. I got rid of it because I wanted to do something else with the That's the garden. Must be late afternoon or early evening. The sun's starting to go down. Shadows lengthening. And here's another. Well, there's Nessie, Loch Ness monster, made out of two of these serpents. Another water feature. I think, I can't remember whether I got this with Endeavours. If it's in the Endeavour shop. And here's the little ramp that takes me up onto the walls. So you can look out into Greater Mathiisen, the town. It's a bit annoying I can't actually go onto the wall walk. This is as far as I can get. But it's nice being able to see into the town. It'd be nicer still if it was populated, if you could see the people moving around or down around there. I suppose I could stick some of my own NPCs in there and path them, but they're quite far away. I put plants right up there, sort of these little balcony areas. There's a door there, so you come out onto a tiny little balcony there. There's a large courtyard there, and the same on this side. Courtyard, balcony. I'll show you those when I get to them. Going inside. Going inside Mathiisen Manor. I didn't like the ceiling. The ceiling is a bit just a blank. It's like an upside down floor. So I've broken it up by putting in some of these beams, quite substantial angled beams in an orcish style. So I wanted to mirror the shapes of these orcish panels. I guess, is that Marakath? An orcish deity. I quite like these substantial wooden beams that are creating arches here. Because normally it's just a bunch of slabs, squared stones that are not even voussoired. Voussoirs are the angled pieces of stone, wedge-shaped pieces of stone, which form an arch. So it's not even an arch. It's not even an arch. So that annoys me. So I created this to support it. It was like that. You know, these blocks just hanging in the air. What's holding them up? Gravity. Gravity pulls down. See, they're not angled in any way they're not forming an arch. So it must be some incredibly strong mortar or glue holding them together. This is what I do with fireplaces here. Flanking sculptures. Often. Yes, nice indoor water feature. Again, using these fountains. There's possibly 3 of them. So it's a triple terraced fountain here. With glowy plants. I haven't had furnishing budget to do anything in this bit here, and this bedroom is minimalistic, very zen. I like to have fires in fireplaces. And on this side, there's a lovely pile of treasure here, and someone guarding it. Another fireplace with flanking sculptures. Nocturnal, I believe. And this is my crafting area. I would have liked to put the cooking fire in the fireplace. That would be logical, wouldn't it? Except it doesn't work when you do that. And a small sort of bathing suite. Somebody in the bath already. Again, a fireplace. And for once I haven't put a fire in the fireplace, but then you get the fireplace with the house, so that's what I've done with it. Going upstairs. And if you've got Mathiisen Manor, you might think, that's odd. I don't remember this ramp, or indeed this wall, yeah. Beds, 2 beds. Well, actually 3 beds in this. There's also a dormitory. 3 beds. Guest bedroom, perhaps. What is this then? We have created a nice planter here with trees. And going up this ramp. Where does this lead to? I can see I've stuck in a floor here. What's the point of having these massive high ceilings? Another plan that I got quite early on were these Eleanor fireplaces. So I've used them quite a lot as well. Two beds up here, so it's another guest bedroom perhaps. And another fireplace. I've gone a bit over the top in doing this one. Not only flanking statues, but a structure on top of it. And of course you can sit by the fire. A little sort of snug area where you can have a little seat by the fire. And another fountain. And plantings. After all, it's a high elf house. Elves and nature kind of go hand in hand. One of those tree-henge ladies in the middle of the fountain. I quite like how these flowers are much the same colour as the ones that are already on the tree-henge lady. Very nice indeed. And very atmospheric with this nimbus type business going on. And here's more of these Malakath sculptural panels. I had to be quite careful in placing those because I wanted these doors to still function. So we're out onto one of the balconies. A bit of hedgerow around it. I could have furnished it a bit. I had a couple of chairs and a table, Again, budget restrictions. Oh, please increase the budget, eh? For a place this size, the budget needs to be doubled. Out to this courtyard. So, statue, planting, some chairs. Quite a naturalistic planting, I think. As if it had originally been planted as a formal garden, but gone a bit wild. Wild and overgrown. And to the other side. Here we go. Another sculpture. The Brothers, what's it called? Brothers of Strife, I think. And that broken sword from The Lord of the Rings. It's got some name like Anduril, the Sword of Kings. As you can see, I like gardening. And until COVID, I was a full-time gardener. That was my profession before COVID killed off my business and some of my clients. Ooh, and all the festive Jubilee type business. And here in Britannia, we've just celebrated the Queen's 70th anniversary Jubilee. 70 years on the throne. Her Madge the Queen. So I suppose this is a dining room. A dining room which specializes in cake. Oh yes, and here's another ramp going up to another bedroom upstairs. And another area divided off into a bedroom. Another small balcony here, which I've enclosed with hedges. And these topiarized trees. Bit of topiary. You can see over to that courtyard garden there. And down into the town of Mathiisen. Again, I would have liked to put at least a chair out here, a couple of chairs perhaps. As you can see, traditional furnishing 600. It should really have been at least 700, and there's no reason why it shouldn't have been 700. And had it been that, I could have furnished this place better. Tables and chairs and all that sort of thing. Ah, there's my antiquarian going up to have a look at the bedroom. think I probably had a lot more in the way of books on the shelves. But got rid of them to have other things, like this cat dish. The cat can have a dish. A pleasant little bedroom, nice fireplace. And I think that's it. My Mathiisen Manor. How I've decorated it, laid it out. If you found it interesting, possibly inspiring, give this a like. Press the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And you get to be nosy and see all my buildings and interiors.
My work as a historian involves reading dusty books and searching through old scrolls. But you unearth antiquities that real people used in the ancient past. That's no history. That's adventure.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for watching this far, right to the very end. Ta-ta for now. Cheerio.